News at midnight. No mai haere mai, I'm Peter McElwain. New South Wales Premier Dominic Perrottet says it's reassuring to see hospitalisation figures from COVID-19 starting to fall. Case numbers in the last day are also down, but the state recorded 46 deaths, another daily record. Mr. Perrottet says despite it being the deadliest day in the pandemic, the data is encouraging.
We continue to track better than our best case scenario. Currently, in our hospital wards, we have 2,534 people with COVID. That is below what we were expecting at this point in time.
Meanwhile, 20 people have died in Victoria with COVID-19 as the state begins a 4-day vaccination blitz. The singer Meatloaf, who's best known for the album Bat Out of Hell, has died aged 74. The news was confirmed on the star's Facebook page by his family. The star sold 100 million albums worldwide, and his 1977 debut, Bat Out of Hell, remains one of the top 10 sellers of all time. He had massive worldwide hit singles such as Paradise by the Dashboard Light from the same album, and I'd Do Anything for Love, But I Won't Do That from the 1993 album Bat Out of Hell 2. He also appeared in movies such as The Rocky Horror Picture Show, Fight Club and Wayne's World. A produce expert says the virus, which contributed to tomato prices almost doubling in the last year, was successfully kept out of New Zealand for 20 years. New Zealand Gourmet's production director, Ralph Schroeder, says the virus hit New Zealand early last year. He says New Zealand was previously successful in keeping it at bay thanks to tight biosecurity measures.
We've got strict biosecurity rules for imported seed, but for one way or another it came in the country and it spreads very easily. It stays in your clothes for about 6 weeks, even after washing. It's a very persistent virus.
Mr. Schroeder says a type of plant vaccine against the virus is available overseas, but it is not yet approved for use in New Zealand. Hamilton City Council has provided a $10,000 grant to kickstart a relief effort for Tonga. The money will be given to the Tonga Community Trust, which is coordinating the efforts on behalf of the city. The funds will be used to help cover shipping and freight costs for donated goods leaving Hamilton and the wider Waikato region. Mayor Paula Southgate says people can also help via authorised Give a Little funding sites who are donating food and other non-perishable goods. A Massey University study has found the medicinal cannabis scheme, which is supposed to provide quality access to products for patients, has made little progress since it was introduced. Delays in approving products, strict compliance standards and inconsistent prescribing practices among GPs have made it difficult and expensive to get treatment. Many people have turned to the black market as a result. Paul Schonberg, who's been using medicinal cannabis for 6 years, says some doctors are reluctant to prescribe it because they mistakenly believe people just want to get high. Safety patrols at a bridge outside Porirua will stop due to aggressive behaviour, including the assault of a contractor. Greater Wellington Regional Council has run the patrols for 7 years to manage swimmers and boaties at the congested launching ramp. However, the council says staff have experienced aggressive behaviour, insults and intimidation. The police are now investigating the assault of the contractor. The council says while their work has improved safety, staff and contractors should not be put at risk. To sports, a rematch of last year's final between New Zealand and Australia will open the Super 12 phase of the Men's T20 World Cup later this year. The Black Caps, who suffered an 8-wicket loss to Australia in the 2021 decider in Dubai, will play the hosts in Sydney on October 22nd. Meanwhile, White Ferns batter Amy Satterthwaite hit 100 off just 60 balls for Canterbury in their domestic T20 match against Northern Districts in Christchurch yesterday. That's the news.